guy, you're dating this man, and all of a sudden you just called him and told him, oh, guy, or babe, like we usually call ourselves, oh, babe, I'm pregnant. And this sweet, loving, caring, available man decided to block you. In his words, go look for the father of your child. I am not interested. Or some that have family will say, you want to scatter my family, I don't want a child. Or some that are not working, that you know that is not working, but you just decided to be with him, maybe because his bola is, big, or maybe because it satisfy you or better, or maybe because you shall want to marry by fire by force. And he says to you, I am not ready. And he stops calling you, stop communicating with you, and you don't even know you don't even know where to find him. Or better still, this one is working, he's doing so well, but he says to you, I am not ready. I don't want this child. And you tried everything. Went to the family, you did everything. He still stood his ground that he doesn't want this child. And he does not want to have anything to do with you or the child anymore. Society could not force him to take responsibility of that child. His family could not. He could not even consciously advise himself and say to himself, okay, I don't want this lady, but this is my child. This is my blood. Let me take care of this child. No, his conscience did not say that to him. He stood his ground. He said to himself, to his family, or to anybody that came to him, and to you, that this is not my child. I don't want to have anything to do with this child. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Go away and never contact me again. You tried everything. He didn't budge. He didn't change his mind. And you decided to train the child on your own. Now I blame you. He wanted a good time. You didn't sit down and have a discussion with him. Do you want a child with me? I want a child. This is what I want in this relationship. This is what I'm looking for. No, you did not do that. Sometimes it works in some people's favor, but not all the time. Some guys will marry a lady because she's pregnant. Yeah, sometimes it does work, but not all the time. But this didn't happen in your favor. So I would blame you partially. You said to take responsibility of the child. Now you as the guy, did you forget that anytime your bola, rises up and you want to enter without condom, you can either get her pregnant or you can either get infected. Did you forget that? You just want to enter without protection and face no consequences. Or even if there's an infection, you take care of yourself, she take care of herself. And if there's pregnancy, what happens? She should get rid of it. It doesn't always happen that way, my darling. Anyway, to cut that all of that out. Since you as the man, society could not force you to take responsibility of that child. Your family could not force you to take responsibility of that child. Nobody could force you. You said to yourself, it is not my child. I don't want to have anything to do with either the mother and the child. They should just go away. Now the child is of age. Or affect being conrishi, you know. I think Yoruba is the best way to analyze or affect being conrishi. Now the child want to do something great, either marry, either graduate, or the child is now a star. The child is now successful. All of a sudden, you now remembers, oh, he is my child. She is my child. And you want the child to take care of you. And society will say that now this is in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you are forced as a single mom, you are forced to make sure that the father that was not there for you and the child, you are forced to make sure that the child will be there or must be there for that father when the father needs the child or when the father comes of age. You have to make sure that when the child becomes of age, now successful, now doing well, you, the single mother that single handedly raised this child, must make sure that the child acknowledges his father or her father. Like I don't the father that never acknowledged the child. Now in Nigeria, the society will force the single mother that raised the child on her own to make sure. In fact, they will say she is a bad woman, she's a bad mother. It is a responsibility to make sure that the child. Now they will use the Bible. They will say the Bible say honor thy father and thy mother. I think I was trying to read the Bible and I didn't see where the Bible said, um, train your mother and your father. Your child has the responsibility of honoring you, taking care of you in your old age. Now, taking care of you in your old age does not necessarily mean financial. You have the responsibility. You did not read in that Bible where where it says, a wise man would leave inheritance for his children. Now, this is the child you abandoned. Society could not force you to take responsibility of that child, not your family. They didn't do all of that. They left that woman to take responsibility of her child. Alone to one on lower, God has actually helped her train the child to a certain level. The child has now become successful. All of a sudden, the families are coming out. Eh, they will not start begging you. Ah, Jesus. They will not start begging you. And guess what? You must accept. If you don't accept, one swallow ruko. Here in Nigeria, abroad, society will force the father to take care of that child support. But society does not force the child to take care of their parents. But here in Nigeria, society will force the child or the children to take care of their father, but they will never force the father to take care of their children. It is very, very funny. Anyway, my own opinion. If you, as a father, you decide that the relationship I have with you should not involve children or should not involve a child, I don't want that child. Why don't you keep the energy till thy kingdom come? Why don't you erase from your head that you have a child? Whatever the child becomes, whether the child becomes the president of Nigeria tomorrow or not, forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. If people come and tell you that, your child is now like baja, you should tell them no. No, that child is not my child. Now leave it to the woman. If she has a forgiving heart, or if she still wants, not even the woman saying, leave it to the woman to tell the child, okay, this is your father, but your father rejected us when I was pregnant of you or when you were young. Whatever you want to do is fine. Don't force children. Since you could not force the man to take responsibility of the child, why are you going to force the child to take responsibility of his father? I think that is so unfair. That is so unfair. That is witchcraft. Like, we do it a lot in this society, and it's really bad. It's really bad. Keep up the energy. That same energy that you're going to use in forcing the child to take care of the father, start it. Use that same energy. Force the father. Make sure the father takes care of the child. So that tomorrow you will have something to say. Yeah. Thank you.